1991 Sport Nautique. This is in a teal and gray combo with a white hull bottom sitting on a single axle galvanized Eagle trailer with a spare tire. This is a boat we've sold a couple times, and then owners have traded it back in, and we've sold it again. The previous owner actually added this tower to it, which is a big air tower. Actually looks really cool on here. But the Sport Nautique is a 21-foot open bow. Was meant to be a little bit more spacious and versatile than the Ski Nautique at the time. And this one has a molded platform on the back, which is pretty unique. We've done a buff on the exterior. There's a little bit of fading going on. So we did a buff, and the blue came back really nicely on this. We go down the side. It does have the original decals on the corner here, which are actually in great shape. It's got kind of a light gray pinstripe up top and a black pinstripe towards the bottom. There are some scratches, some light scratches on the exterior. You'll see a few of them right down this way. Hopefully that's focusing all right. The Sport Nautique graphic has a little bit of I don't know if it's just like a fade. I mean, they're old, so they're not in incredible shape, but they're not in bad shape. You can see a couple small nicks here and there on that. Up top on the deck, there's going to be some scratches as well. There are these holes where the old bimini mounts used to be, and they've been filled in because there's a bimini up top. But all minor stuff on this. I mean, you're going to see your fair share of small scratches like this down both sides. But not in bad shape on the outside. Again, it's a 30-year-old boat almost. So, does have cleats. Nice open bow up front. We'll take a closer look when we hop inside. V-stop bow. Boat does have a full cover that goes with it. Couple more light scratches here, as well as in the blue. It's going to be pretty hard to see those in the blue. We do have a spider crack here on the port side up top. The gel just looks kind of like dry and crackly on the surface from about here to here. I don't know what that's from. It looks like it had been resprayed at some point in time, and then that has discolored and started to kind of chip away, which is interesting. But I don't know the history on that. Sport Nautique graphic on this side. Again, has some of that black kind of chipping away or fading off. Hard to tell. Pinstriping is in good shape. Mark there. Graphics in the corner are also in good shape. Platform has kind of this black mat to it, and there is some cracks in that. So I'm sure it's relatively old and just get those cracks from the sun over time. Got your Correct Craft logo here in the back. Props in good shape. We've done a full service on this thing. It's ready to hit the water. I think we did a tune-up on this as well. So it's running great. Tires and everything on the trailer are good to go. There, it does have some newer wheels on there with fiberglass fenders. There's a small crack in that fiberglass right there. But trailer's not in immaculate shape, but it is galvanized. So, wasn't pretty looking to begin with. You do have a tow point here on the back of the boat. And let's hop inside. So this has the white with teal and gray interior. Kind of an interesting layout on the Sport Nautique of this era. It pretty much just stretched out a ski Nautique, and so there's really long walkways on both sides here. It has this charcoal carpet, which is in good shape. There are a couple like dark stains on this side. Hopefully that shows up pretty well. Oh yeah, it shows up well. It actually shows up way better on this video than it looks in person, so nothing super offensive there. Our back seat base is actually in really good shape, but the seat back has seen better days. There are cracks all along this back seat. If you can see that. The vinyl is still nice and soft and stretchy, which is great, so it feels nice to sit in, but again, a little unsightly with all the cracks on the stitching. Has a Kenwood Stereo in it, so you've got these 4 Kenwood speakers through the interior. The coaming pads down the side are in decent shape. You've got one little mark right here. Engine box isn't too bad. You've got splits there as well as one up top here. Everything's original, so keep that in mind. It's really not too bad. PCM 351. It's got 648 hours on it. And runs great. I think we did a fair bit of work to this before we sold it to the previous owner about 2 years ago. And I put some hours on it after we did that. We're happy to share any of the service history we have on it. Coaming pads down this side have a couple small splits here and here. The tower is like a year old, so that's in awesome shape. It's a cool tower. I think it looks nice on the boat. Nice bimini top with it, folds open, and you have board racks. So this boat doesn't have a ton of storage, and it's nice to be able to get your boards up and out of the way and not have them sitting on the floor and have to climb over them all the time. Passengers, it's got like a jump seat, a co-captain seat, and then a driver's seat. Usually there's a kind of a love seat here, so this is kind of a neat, interesting layout. Does have a split, a big one across the seat back. The seat base is in good shape. Small glove box has the Kenwood head unit. Does have USB and auxiliary. Cup holder. Sport Nautique logo there on the dash. Make our way over to the dash. Got all of our gauges. They are a little faded. Dual speedo. Tack in the middle. Fuel gauge, and you can see 648 hours on this. Breaker switch over there on the right. Driver's seat does have some cracks, along with the seat back has some cracks on it too. Windshield header is painted. You can see it's got some chips, just probably from people moving the mirror around on it over the years. We got a fresh steering cable in here, so this thing is steering nice and easy. One finger, so that thing will turn and rip down the lake no problem. Do have a ski locker in the floor. Goes up towards the front a little bit. You've got these really small, I can open up the walkway here. These small storage hatches in here. We have a bow cover in there. Another snap-on cover here. And then back there on the floor, I've got another full cover for the boat. Up in the bow, the seats are actually in great shape. Nothing major in terms of splits or tears anywhere. Just a little bit of, just again, the vinyl's 30 years old. It's slightly discolored all through the interior. You can just see the age in it a little bit. And then we've got a couple little stains up here in the front. But pop open the hatches here. You've got tiny storage compartments in the front. You've got the ropes in there, as you can see. That pretty much covers it on this 91 Sport. If you guys have any questions, again, happy to go through the whole history that we have on it. But again, it's freshly serviced and ready to hit the lake. Give us a call for more info at 317-845-9253. Thanks for watching.